Hi, I'm Mark Blackwelder, one of the ministers here at the Estes Church of Christ. The past few months have certainly been unusual. The coronavirus has impacted almost every aspect of our daily lives. We know that this has been a difficult time for many in our community, and we continue to pray for those who have been impacted by the virus. I've found a great deal of encouragement through our online sermons, and I hope you have as well. Worship is such an important part of our lives, and we are fortunate that technology has allowed us to continue worshiping, although in a modified way, throughout the pandemic. That's not going to change. You can continue to join us for online worship on our website, Facebook Live, or YouTube. Our services stream on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m., Sunday afternoons at 5 o'clock p.m., and Wednesday evenings at 7 o'clock p.m. But I also want you to know that beginning this Sunday, June 7th, you'll be able to, if you are ready, worship with us at the church building. Obviously, we want to be sure that this is a safe experience for everyone. Our shepherds have carefully considered the guidelines provided by public health officials and the state and federal government. They have consulted our own health care providers here at Estes, and they have spent much time in prayer. While the threat posed by the coronavirus is relatively low for most, there are members of our Estes family who are at greater risk, and we always want to err on the side of caution to keep everyone safe. This remains the case as we look to reopen our building for worship. First, not everyone should plan to join us in person just yet. There are a few things to consider before you head to the building. If you've tested positive for the virus or have been around someone who has tested positive, you need to stay home. We also encourage you to worship from home if you're at higher risk due to your age or health. If you have asthma, a compromised immune system, or chronic lung, heart, kidney, or other issues, you should continue worshiping from home. You should also stay home if you're feeling sick or if you've had a fever in the last 48 hours. You know, under normal circumstances, we sometimes try to come to worship even when we don't feel well. This is not the time to do that. If you are not feeling well, please, for the sake of everyone, take it easy and stay home. Finally, if you are just not ready yet, stay home. We are excited about seeing you again, but not until you feel it's safe for you and your family. Parents with younger children, you may also want to consider if it's the time that is right for you. If you think it will be difficult to keep your child with you and practice social distancing, feel free to stay at home during this time of transition. If you decide the time is not right for your family, do not feel as though you are neglecting worship. Continue worshiping with us online, and you are welcome to join us again when the time is right. Should you decide to return to the church building, we want to take a few minutes to let you know what to expect. While our worship will remain the same, we'll sing, pray, study, and partake of communion together. You will notice that a few things are a little different. First, and this is important, we must practice social distancing at all times. Stay 6 feet away from those who are not in your family. This means that we should not hug or shake hands. All of us will be excited to see one another, but some are less comfortable with contact. And let's remember that public health guidelines still require social distancing. We must respect the personal space of others. Plan to arrive between 10 o'clock and 10:30 a.m., not before. All of our outside doors will be open as normal and closed once service begins. Expect one of our ushers to get the door for you and answer any questions you have. Once you enter the building, please go directly to the auditorium and find a seat. Be prepared for some people to be wearing masks. For the health of our more vulnerable members, we encourage you to consider this. Masks are not required, but they will be available for anyone who wants one. We have installed hand sanitizer stations throughout the building, and we encourage you to take advantage of these. Communion will also be different for a little while. As you enter the auditorium, you will see tables set up with prepackaged communion supplies. Each container includes a small cracker as well as grape juice. There will be one table at each entrance to the auditorium from the lobby, and one at the basement entrance in case you use the rear stairs. Please grab enough supplies for your family. You can help our custodial staff by grabbing your trash once worship is concluded. A box will also be on each table for you to make your contribution either on your way in or on your way out. You can also continue to give by mail or online. As you enter the auditorium, you'll notice that every other pew has been marked as closed. This ensures that there will be plenty of space between us as we worship. Even on open pews, we ask that you maintain at least 6 feet of space between your family and others on the pew. Families should sit together for now. Public health guidelines require that the auditorium be at no more than 50% capacity. So once we reach that, our ushers will help guide you to overflow seating in the basement where you can watch the service live. The bathrooms in the lobby will be open, but we ask that you limit the number of people in the bathroom at any one time. In fact, if it is possible to avoid using the bathrooms entirely, that would be best. The water fountains are also out of service during this time. If you need water, please bring a bottle with you or see one of our ushers for assistance. At the end of worship, our ushers will dismiss row by row from the front and the back. Once you leave your seat, we ask that you immediately make your way to the parking lot. It would be best to avoid having a large gathering in the auditorium or lobby following service. We recognize that these precautions can seem overwhelming. While some members of our congregation may view this as an overreaction, others have serious concerns about the virus. I so much appreciate the care and wisdom that our shepherds have displayed as they make difficult decisions for our congregation. These precautions move us much closer to the regular worship experience that is so important to us all. As health guidelines change, Estes hopes to continue taking more steps that will move us closer to normal as quickly and safely as possible. Please join me in praying for our church, our community, and our world as we all work together to recover from the coronavirus pandemic. I am so excited to be back together, and I hope to see you in person very, very soon. God bless.